Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do beer stuff here. Do all kinds of beer stuff. Long form stuff, short stuff, reviews, mystery beers, a whole line. One of my favorite things, though. Homebrew reviews. Yeah, this is a second foray into... It's Joe and Mike from Illinois. There's no brewery name. I kind of dig that. This time they sent off 6 beers. I think it's 6 or 5. 6. And they're all labeled like this, and they kind of look really, really good. They're right up my alley. There's a variance of styles from a Czech Pils all the way up to a barley wine. Kind of excited. Let's put it that way. What do we have on here? We have Czech Pilsner, Czech Premium Pale Lager, 43 IBUs, 6% ABV. It says here, a refreshing pale Czech lager with considerable malt and hop character and a long finish. The malt flavors are complex for a Pilsner type beer. The bitterness is strong and clean but lacks harshness, which gives it well-balanced, rounded flavor impression that enhances drinkability. The grain bill on this is floor malted Bohemian Pilsner. Hops are Magnum and Zaz, and yeast is Omega Pilsner 1. That's all we get. Yeah. There's a little sticker up top. I'll show you. It says Czech Pils on the top. I dig that. So if you're putting these all, that's a homebrew thing. You're putting all your bottles in and stuff. You don't have to pull them up every time to look at them. So anyway, bottle opener. I'm just going like this for no reason. Yeah. So here we go. I got this package, I want to say, at the beginning of this week. It is Saturday. I believe I got it on a Tuesday. It took everything in my power. Tuesday or Wednesday. It took everything in my power not to crack into these until the weekend. Label-wise, the Mullen-esque. Just basic white label. Nothing too crazy about it. Handwritten description. Like I said, if I've misspoken, those are the grain and malt bills and the whole nines on that sucker. So we'll put that up there. When you're talking about Pilsner, talking about Czech Pilsner, but Pilsner as a whole, you're looking for clarity. I mean, that's kind of the first thing you're looking for. For a homebrew to get that clear, to drop out that nice. It's not ultra hyper crystalline clear, like a Bud or something like that, but it is about as clear as I've ever seen a Pilsner outside of macro. This is what you look like when you get the Pilsners of the Schillings, the Notches, those kind of breweries of the world. That's the kind of looks you get on that sucker. So nice clarity to it, soft carbonation, white as white could be, had that nice golden glow you get from that floral malted Pils. Let's see if you can get a nose in this sucker. Yeah, I mean, the malts are definitely leaning away here. You get this nice elevated from crackery, nice kind of sweet, almost like comes off as like step mash, decocted level kind of maltiness to it. It's a nice malt. Like I said, you're not getting up there to like a roasted maltiness by any stretch of imagination, but even you're not getting to like Maris Otter or even Two Row. You're definitely getting something above that base kind of Pilsner malt. So it's a little bit more roasty toasty, a little bit more crackery is probably the better way I could put it than a base kind of Pilsner malt. And there is a fruitiness to it. Again, I usually default to like a melon type characteristic when it comes to like traditional Czech style lager, Zaz, all that kind of stuff. And I'm definitely getting that here. Nothing as far as negativity on the nose. No kind of precursor to DMS, diacetyl, anything that you would kind of get a little bit kind of hot and bothered over. Sorry. Thought it might have been a bug. I thought it might have been a tick. We're in tick season now, so I'm on tick alert. And yeah, to be honest with you, it smells really, really good. So let's just dive in. Cheers, y'all. Wow. That is very, very flavorful. Now, to be fair, we're dealing with 6% here. Not that Czech Pils can't get up to 6%, but a lot of the ones I tend to lean into, or a lot of the ones I get around me, tend to be in the kind of the lower 5s. Not far off here, 6, but man, it's packing a punch of flavor here. Something you typically don't get from uber traditional Czech lager, which they kind of state, actually, on the label itself. It really is everything you'd expect from a Czech lager, just kind of dialed up a little bit, or a decent amount. The malts are just ringing, singing, sweet, but not cloying. They're not coming off like ultra sweet, like saccharine, sugary. Like it's just sweet and robust and very, very much vibrant for a Pilsner malt. Again, that crackeriness comes through, that little bit of subtle toastiness. When I say toastiness, I mean slight little toast kind of bread kind of vibe to it. That's kind of the bit and piece you're getting off this nice rich malt character. It's balanced off by that nice kind of hoppiness. Again, it's bigger than what you'd expect from a traditional Czech style lager. Again, they talk about that in the label, but it's in line, it's in tune with the volume of both sides of the table here, because you get that volumetric kind of malt character. Well, the bittering is a little bit bigger, but perceptionally it's just about as equal as what you'd expect from a Czech style lager. It has a little bit of West Coasty vibes to it for me. A little bit of, they say harshness. I would say there is a little bite to it, just a skosh, but I dig it. I'm not viewing that as a negative. And it comes off a little bit kind of old world, noble hoppy, even like Cascadey, Chinooki, a Magnum, I guess you could say that could be one of them. But it's like, it has a little bit of pizzazz to it. Not that Czech lagers cannot be a bit showy in a hop side of things, but with how big this is on that malt side of things, in a very good way. I'm not talking about it's like overly malty. It's just a vibrant maltiness. You need that little bit of extra for it to stay in line. And it kind of works here. This is a really, really good beer. Zero negatives to it. There's no off flavors. There's nothing. There's no flabbiness to it. There's none of that ultra, stressed funkiness I get from a lager yeast. You can tell is probably set for quite a bit. It's probably lagered with care. And you give this to me at a local brewery out of a can, I'm happy AF. I mean, price point on stuff like this is usually where I get a little hot and bothered. Don't have to go over that with Homebrew. But man, this is really good stuff, guys. Not gonna lie to you. If listen, I've said this before, and I'll say it every single time when I get Homebrew reviews, and I go out of my way to be 100% honest. You know, if someone's gonna take the time and balls to send me some of their beer, I owe them nothing but 100% my honest truth. You know, you might think different of this beer if you've had it, but it's my thoughts. So if there is something wrong with it, if there's a negative, if there's an off flavor, I think it's kind of my duty to call that out. That's not the case here. This is really, really good beer. I have 5 more to go. This is the one, maybe this and a Kentucky Common. Those two are the 2 beers you can have a flaw, or you can't have flaws in. You know, the West Coast IPA, the Barley Wine, there could be a little bit of something there, but it's big enough to kind of hide those scars, hide those stretch marks. Not the case in this beer. Kind of has me excited, to be perfectly honest with you. So guys, not gonna lie to you, it's really, really good. One of the better Czech Pils I've had. If I'm gonna go Mount Rushmore status, just throw it out there. It's one of the better American-made ones. It's probably worthy being up there. Again, I put it in the American brewed style Czech Pils just because of how volumetric it is compared to the traditionals, but it's worthy. It's worthy and tastes really, really good. So there you go. Homebrew review in the books. Love it, son. Love the homebrew review. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. I will put Mike and Joe's Instagram info down below, and if you guys want to give them a follow on Instagram, reach out to them and beg and plead for these beers, because this is definitely something you dig if you were a lager junkie. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the homebrew review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a relaxing Saturday night as I'm starting to kick off right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.